Hello, my droogs. I'm David Daniel Ducker. This is Role Playing 101. Today, we're talking about what is a role playing game. It's very, very easy. A role playing game is a game in which you play a role. That's it. Could end the video right here. It'll all be over and done with. Let's go into some more detail though. Role playing is an action, it's a verb. A role playing game is a construct that helps us perform that action. It's the action of role playing that we're looking at achieving when we sit down to play a role playing game. And a well designed role playing game will help us achieve that action, that state of mind, that state of being in the shoes of someone else, a fictional person, that way of seeing the world differently from how we perceive it every day. So role playing is the same whether you're talking about, let's do some role play in therapy to build empathy as an exercise, or if you're into it, BDSM, you could have a little bit of a kinky role playing going on. It's the same thing. It's an action. You're pretending to be a character. It's just as easy as cops and robbers when you're a little kid, but we're elevating it to an adult level. Just like children could play baseball, but they're not going to have the same level of skill and proficiency as a Major League Baseball player, as MLB players would. So, what is a role playing game? It's a game where you play a role, and that's all that it is. And there's a bunch of ways to facilitate that, but that's the goal. That's what you need to keep in mind as you're moving forward through the hobby. Each step you should be able to ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to the goal of playing a role, of being in character, or is this distracting or taking away from that? Is this a side track? And that's a good way to tell if a rule in a role-playing game is good or bad. If it facilitates role-playing, it is good. That's what the rules are there for. If it takes you out of character, out of your role, it's bad, because that's a sidetrack to our goal, is anything other than being in character, being in the mindset of that character. As Underwood often says, that the character is like a mask. First you craft it, and then you put it on, and you want to stay in character. And his 3 demandments are make a character, get in character, and stay in character. And those 3 demandments hold true for the hobby as a whole. Now, storytelling games, a little bit different. That's not what we're talking about today, but we may in the future. So, purely role-playing, no storytelling elements, that's all it is, a game where you play a role. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below if you have a different definition. If not, then I'll see you again in Role Playing 102.